All right, guys, welcome to Tuesday Night Thrive. I'm super excited for tonight's call. I mean, we've had some great guests on this call, and this is just going to add to the lineup that we've had on here. I'm super excited for this guy to speak. He's one of my very good friends, if not brother, from not only another mother but another country, and it's just super cool to get the perspective of somebody who doesn't even live in America but is building this business just like we are, right? And so I know a lot of his team is on this call waiting to get some value from him as well. But I'll just tell you this, this guy has done things in this industry at 21 years old that some people don't do for 10, 20 years in the industry. And people don't make a full-time income in network marketing usually until they've been in for 5, 10 years. Some people it takes 15, 20 years, and that's all good because I believe this industry is the best in the world because it gives you true freedom. But you're talking about a guy that has done what takes people, mainly 5 to 10 years, and he's done it at the age of 21. And he's just defied the average and what's supposed to happen, and he's just put his head down, put in the work. And it's super cool. I know he's probably going to share a little bit of his story so you guys know where he comes from and how he got started with this company and whatnot. But I mean, literally, he hit P5,000. I think he was still 20, maybe he might have been 21. He can tell you, but I mean, he hit P5,000 at a very young age and started making $5,000 a month passive income. A lot of people on his team are making, $2,000, $1,000 a month passive income. And, I've just watched this guy from day one when he got started till now, just completely put his team first and just always be working. I mean, he is just the definition of work ethic. He's the definition of a huge heart, and he's the definition of doing whatever it takes to win. So if there's any guy that you want to listen to when it comes to getting to a full-time income, defying timeframes and getting to a full-time income as fast as possible, this is the guy that you want to listen to. So with that being said, I'm not going to take up any more of his time. I want you guys to type some fire emojis in the chat for my boy Tej from Melbourne, Australia. Can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, it's a little quiet. I don't know if you need to lean in a little more. Maybe it's
What?
just
Can you,
my
can you hear me now?
hold on. It might just be, oh, it's just my computer. My computer is
All
we're
right,
good.
awesome.
We're good. Let me spotlight you.
All right, beautiful. Guys, look, first thing first, I apologize for the lack of light in front of me. I'm actually right now in Miami, right? I traveled all the way here, spent tens of thousands of dollars to be, among you guys, being amongst Joey and all these different chairmen. But you know what? I'm gonna get into all of that in a minute. But first thing first, I'm gonna hand it back to AJ. AJ, we appreciate you, man. Everything you do. I remember the first interaction I had with him. He probably doesn't even know, but I shoot him a message on Facebook. I was like, dude, these 2 and 3 flyers look sexy. Can you send me yours real quick? And he was like, man, I don't have it. And I took a screenshot of his and I got mine made exactly the same way as his. Right? So we go way back. And again, I appreciate you, man. Since that day, I remember literally you were always uniting the whole team, doing calls like this, giving a lot of value to every single person so they can use this and go out there and build a business, right? Guys, real quickly, Tej from Melbourne, Australia. I moved to Melbourne 7 years ago with my family. I was very young, 13, 14 years old, excuse me, when I moved there. And, for me, business was something that was always around me. My family told me to do business. They all did business. So at the age of 17, I started doing drop shipping, right? I made some money. I was selling clothing. I made money. I made about $5,000. I remember profit. And I was like, dude, I am rich. I am wealthy. Do not message me. Right? Do not message me. Do not contact me. I'm too rich. And you know what I did? I went and I spent all the money that I had. And I had to go look for a job. And I got a job in sales. And that's when I figured out that the people that we look up to live so great lifestyle. I remember being on the other side of the screen, looking at these people travel. I remember looking at these people buying things that they wanted to buy, do things they wanted to do. And I was like, how are they doing it? And I figured it out. They got good at something that's worth getting good at, right? And a lot of them basically got good at very good skill sets. And for me, that's what it became about. I got introduced in network marketing when I was actually 18 years old. And I was really attracted not to the business model, but what it could do for you. I'll just be very real on this call. I was very attracted to, what it was doing for, average everyday individuals like you and myself. And the kind of lifestyle these people were living. I remember my mentor, he was driving a Maserati. He just came back from I want to say South Africa for 6 months. I was like, dude, how are you doing it? Young, 26, 27. I decided to work with him, made that decision when I was, 17, 18. I started doing all right for myself when I was 19. And that's when I made the decision. I remember just turning 20 and I was like, dude, I need to go to another level. And a lot of people here do not know how good you really have it when it comes to IM Academy. Because I was in a company working my butt off, making half, not half, less than half what I am right now, right? And I was working, I want to say a lot more back then. So I was like, you know what, I gotta do something and position myself where I can make good money, but not just me, but also my team, right? Because I remember bringing people in and them not being able to have so much success as me. I was like, there's something wrong. I reached out to Alex Morton, he got me plugged in, and we've been running it out for a year. I remember when I want to say I was 80-ish days into the company. I hit Platinum 2000. When I was in March, April last year, so about 1 year ago, I actually hit Platinum 5000. I was still 20 years old, and we're at Platinum 5000 right now. Now being able to travel the world. Literally, Joey called me. He goes, Stage, I want you to come down to Miami. Here I am. I've been here for 1 week now. I'm going to be here for another 3 weeks, right? So being able to do things like that, being able to make the money I've been able to make, do things that I want to be able to do, I'm going to go over how you guys can do exactly that, right? And before I jump into the information, I love how there's people just pouring in. Do me a favor, turn your cameras on. And get a book and get a pen. Because if you don't take notes on this information, you're going to miss out. I promise you right now, you're going to miss out on information that literally changed everything for me. See, you're going to hear this momentum is hard to get, but easy to lose. Another thing you're going to hear from people is momentum makes you sound better than who you are, or how good you are, or how bad you are. Because that's what it did for me, right? I'm telling you straight up, I'm average. I'm probably worse than the person sitting next to you or the person who's really looking at the screen right now, right? I'm probably worse than you when it comes to this industry, when it comes to this whole business. I'm just being real with you guys tonight. But you know what I did? I found ways to get momentum in my business. Not just that, and also number two, I just had a work ethic and I was coachable to what I was taught. So when I tell you turn your cameras on, I'm telling you it's for your own good, right? That's number one. Number two, when it comes to this information, learn it, but most importantly, apply it. Right? Don't just take what I'm about to say and post it on your Instagram, make it look cool, right? Tag me a few times. Look, it's good for social media, but if you're not going to take what I'm going to give you and apply it, it's of no use. And the third thing is when you start learning it and you apply it, go teach it to other people. That's how you can really go out there and have success, all right? So we're going to dive right into it. My topic, guys, is momentum and duplication. Okay? So first thing I want to talk about is what is momentum, right? Now, guys, momentum, in my opinion, is just a lot of people doing a little bit of things. Okay, so think about this. If you have network marketing is a team sport, I figured that out very early that, hey, you're never going to go out there have success by yourself in this industry. It's just not going to happen. You need to get good at going out there, helping other people win, right? So momentum is simply a lot of people doing a little bit of things. Now, team momentum starts with yourself. Okay, that's where it starts. First thing you got to do is we want to, really get our DMOs in place. We want to make sure what we want to duplicate, because duplication and momentum goes hand to hand, that we're doing those things. Okay, it is very, very important that we have our personal momentum on its way, right? So I'm going to read some things out, guys, just because I wrote it down. I wanted this call to be really, really good. It starts with what you do. I'm going to give you some DMOs that I do, right, every single day for me to be able to go out there and lead by example. Here's some of the things that you should do, right? Message your 10 people a day. Follow up, right? Do 3-way calls. Do the Zoom calls. That's really it. That's all you get paid to do in this business. And yeah, of course, we get paid to trade, but I'm not talking about trading here today. I'm talking about how to build momentum in your business, right? So you get paid for those things. Now, understand, your team will never, ever, ever do what you say. They're always going to do what you do, and they're probably going to do half of what you do anyways. Okay? When I got that, when I understood that, I was like, okay, this is a game of leading by example. That's all it is, right? Because you have to go out there and really show your team what they need to do, right? It's pretty funny if you read about kids, right? Kids don't do what their parents tell them to do. They do what their parents are doing, right? And I'm sure we've all heard about that before. So make sure that you have yourself in check first, right? And I want you to really put this in mind, that there is no momentum without duplication. Okay? There is no momentum without duplication. I'm just gonna spend a little bit more time on the DMOs that I personally spend a lot of my time on, right? So number one thing I do is I message 10 people every single day. So that's happening regardless of where I'm at in the world. Like seriously, it doesn't matter. You have a mobile phone, you've got internet, you can do it. Guys, I want you to know, I flew here. It was a 30-hour plus flight. It was not fun. But you know what I was doing with those 30 hours? I was on my phone texting people nonstop. Texting, going crazy with it. Why? Because I could do it. I had Wi-Fi. And you can do it from anywhere around the world. So number one is sending those messages out, right? Number two thing that I really work on every single day is following up with people. See, write this down, and I'm going a little bit off topic, but the fortunes in the follow-up. The reason why you don't have people signing up is because you're not following up with them. Then someone else follows up with them and you go, damn, that person stole my... No, they didn't. You just didn't follow up. Right? You know what's funny? I got people that said they're going to renew on the first. You know what I've been doing all day today? Messaging them, hey man, how are you? Remember you said to me on the first you're going to renew? You were going to get paid on the first? All right, let's get you renewed. Right? I do that. I use Google Calendars. I use reminders in my phone. The other thing I do, guys, is I do three-way calls. Right? Three-way calls is honestly the quickest way to build your business. I know I'm going a little bit in depth on this, is because of the fact that you need to know this stuff to really build momentum in your business, right? And the last thing is, look, bare minimum, yes, you have to do 1 Zoom a day. If you're doing anything less than that, you're not building this business. If you're doing anything more than that, good on you. Keep doing it. Probably up it up even more. When I was running, and my team can testify for this, guys, when we were really running, and I got this from AJ, I got this from Tyler, I got this from Joey, these guys were doing 3 Zooms a day. Do you guys remember that? Three Zooms a day. Bang, bang, bang. Guess what I did? Right? And guys, again, momentum, it's all about following the leader, right? I saw my leader, Joey, do 3 Zooms a day. Guess what I started doing all the way in Australia? I started doing 3 Zooms a day. Right? He didn't ask me to do it. He didn't even ask me to do 1 Zoom a day. He just led by example. I saw what he did, got him to chairman 100. I got to copy and do the same exact thing. Right? So now let's talk about the 3 steps to duplication. Right? Step number 1, lead by example. I know I put a lot of emphasis on this, but it is very important. Step 2 is getting people started effectively. I'll spend a little bit of time on this because a lot of people don't do this the right way. A lot of my business struggled because I didn't do this the right way either, right? I remember getting started. First thing, I never had posture. So first thing I'll tell you about getting people started the right way, have posture in your conversation with them. Let them know straight up, hey, I expect ABC from you. Now you could say whatever you like. This is what I say. I say, hey, can you pay for this for 12 months? They say nah, or they say yes. If they say yes, I say great. Do you want to go 2 and 3? If they say no, I can't pay for this for 12 months, I say you're gonna go 2 and 3. There's nothing around it. I don't want to hear I'm inactive when it comes to 2 months from now, and you're like, I don't feel like it, because this is not a field business. This is like, you got to go and get it kind of business, right? Like any other business out there. So I set the right expectation when it comes to launching people or getting them started effectively, right? And number 3, guys, create a culture of speed. Create a culture of speed. They got to get paid the first day, right? My whole organization, a lot of us trade Forex mainly, right? So Monday to Friday, we're trading. Now, we're trading Monday to Friday. again, I'm sorry, Sunday to Friday for you guys. My bad, right? I'm talking Australian term right now. But Monday to Friday, we trade there. I tell people you got to get your people paid in 72 hours. But most importantly, if there's people that want to go out there, hit 2 and 3, and the people that you're working with to get them to 2 and 3, that needs to happen in 72 hours. Guys, create a culture of speed within your organization. Momentum is really speed, right? It's just a whole bunch of things happening very quickly. How do you get that happening? When a brand new person comes in, really write this down. When this hit me, it changed the game for me, right? When someone comes in, all their life before they get started in IM or any network marketing company, they've been told what to do, right? Again, if you've had a job before IM, put some ones in the chat for me. Just to prove my point real quick. Come on, guys, put some ones. Let's see it. All right, everyone had a job. Okay, at this job, were you told what to do? Yes. Did it tell you, hey, if you do this wrong, we're going to take, you get a strike or whatever? Look, I never had a job. I'm not too sure, right? But all your life, people have told you what to do, right? So when you bring someone in, you're telling them sort of what to do here as well, right? You're not really being their boss, but you're setting the right expectations to it. People don't know what they don't know. So if you're going to come in and even subconsciously, because a lot of people do this, and I know people on this call will struggle with this because I did, right? Was when I bring someone in, I'll be like, man, maybe they don't want to recruit. Has anyone felt that before? Right? Oh man, I don't know if they will go out there and sign people up, or would they do ABC, right? You're putting that on them subconsciously. They never say no to you. And they will not even say no to you if you don't ask, if you basically tell them, hey, I need you to go do that, right? Because people are programmed that way. They're programmed to do what you're going to tell them. So when you set the right expectations, you tell them, hey, I need you to go 2 and 3, or hey, because that's a bare minimum, right? Or you're committed to paying a year, this whole, for the academy. It's all sweet. So really set the right expectations and create a culture of speed. Now, let's talk about duplication. Duplication is all about leadership here. It is all about leadership. Now, creating as many leaders as possible is our whole goal when it comes to network marketing in this space. Now, this is something, again, that was a game changer. Guys, there's 3 kinds of people within your business. The 30%ers, the 60%ers, and the 100%ers. Write that down, right? You have to get good at identifying who is who. Now, the 30%ers are the kind of people that will come in and they'll just trade, right? They're like, man, I'm happy trading, right? Maybe we'll go out there and refer 1 or 2 people, maybe if they feel like it. The 60% are your kind of people that want to build it, but are very inconsistent with it. They're like, yeah, chairman. You look around, you're like, where are you at? Right? They go put in 2 people this week. You clap for them. The next minute, they're gone again. They're like, oh man, something came up in life. Guys, look, I'm not criticizing anyone. That's just what they are. You have to look at them for what they are and treat them like that. And then you got the 100%ers, people who go chairman, people that go P2, people that go P5, and even if they drop it, they keep going, right? Those are your 100%ers. Those are the people that you're really going to duplicate into. See, really, when I started seeing my business from this angle, from this lens, things changed around, right? Because you look at it, guys, you're never going to change a 30% into a 60%. That's just never going to happen. You're never going to change a 60% into a 100%. That is just not going to happen, right? So look at people for where they're at, treat them, have abundance mentality, love on them, and work according to where they're at. If someone who's a 100%er, you identify them. This is how you identify a 100%er, right? Here's how you identify them. You don't identify them from the words that they tell you, like, hey, I'm going to go chairman. You give them a task to do, and if they go ahead and do it, that's how you identify them doing something, right? So let me give you an example. Let's just say someone says, you know what? I want to go P600. All right, great. Go put in 2 people today. You've taught them how to do it. Again, not too hard, right? Anyone can go out there and put 1 or 2 people. Okay, they go out there and they put 1 or 2. Or maybe they put in 1 and they're struggling to put the second one in, but they work their butt off the whole day. Now that's 100% and you know it, right? Again, this is just one of the many ways you can find it, but this is what I do. I tell people certain things. Again, they don't really know that I'm testing them, right? But that's what I do. I say to them, hey, I need you to do ABC. If they go ahead and do it, I know that's my runner. I know that's someone who I'm going to spend time with. I know that's who I'm going to work on duplicating into, right? And here's what you do. These are mainly the main three things that we look at, right? They got the work ethic, they got the burning desire, and they're coachable to what you're going to teach them, right? You got to find people that are willing to play. There's some other things that you can find which can really help you if you want to build this business to another level very quickly. I'm going to give you one more thing. Find people with influence. It will change your life. Guys, I have had it's a funny story. My mentor from my previous company is within my organization right now. Another one who was a high position, same position as my mentor from my previous company, is also within my organization today. Now, I don't share that with you to be like, oh, look at me. No, it's because when you find someone with influence, they'll come in bringing 30, 40 people with them day one. Things get a lot easier that way, right? So that's the four things you can really look at. Now, like I told you, right, don't listen to what they say, look at what they do. Once you found your runners, you want to teach them everything you know. When I tell you what to really teach them, I'm going to give you two sets of things, right? I know I'm going in depth, but I hope this is making sense because this is stuff that will change your business. You got your 30, 60 percenters, you teach them one thing, and your 100 percenters, you teach them another thing. The 100 percenters, you teach them all the 7 skills of network marketing, right? Listen to Grow Pro. You teach them how to do an event, how to do a presentation, how to do 3-way calls. You teach them those 7 skills, right? And here's how you teach them. You don't pull up a whiteboard and start writing stuff and drawing stuff. No, you get in the trenches with them and show them how it's done. You help them build one of their legs and show them how it's done. Now, for the other people, because let me tell you something, the 30 and 60 percenters are the reason why you're going to get to where you're going to get to in this business. Those are your P150s, your 2-and-3s, your P600s. Not everyone, again, is going to be a chairman. So for the people that are on this call that want to go chairman, let's be very real with how we think about the business. Not everyone in your organization, even if they say it, they want to go chairman, right? They don't. So here's what you teach every other person in the business. You teach them, number 1, how to make a list. Number 2, how to invite. And number 3, how to edify. These 3 things, if you can teach just this and go out there and really get these 30 and 60 percenters to do just that every single day, you're going to have an unstoppable business. You're going to have a business that's duplicating. You're going to have a lot of people sign up within your organization, right? Because honestly, these 3 skills, honestly, guys, should take you to P1K, right? And I think all the leaders will testify with me that Platinum 1000 is step 1 to going chairman. And if you know these 3 skills and you get good at them, guys, you're 1 step to chairman, right? And if my organization is on, they know how much I emphasize on going Platinum 1000, right? And I'll talk about this and I'll end the whole thing here today. Maybe I'll open up for Q&A, however AJ likes. But guys, Platinum 1000 is the benchmark of going Chairman 10 or above, right? And the way you go Platinum 1000, and if you're in my team, guys, probably drop it down, right? This is something that you should just burn in your brain. Is number 1 is 15 personal signups. All right. Number 2, identify 3 to 5 people out of those who you're going to help and take those people Platinum 150, right? And that's it. There's nothing else to it, right? Number 2, you identify, and number 3, you help them. Sorry, my bad, right? Those 3 things will take you to Platinum 1000. That's an extra $1,000 a month. And that is all that we've ever focused on for the 100 percenters to go after and get it done. Everyone else, those 3 skills, the skills that I spoke about, leading by example. And once, in all honesty, in my opinion, once you get to Platinum 5000 and once you get to Chairman 10, to go 25, 50, 100, it comes down to leadership, right? It comes down to learning about leadership, implementing leadership, and again, leading from the front. But that being said, I hope I gave you some value today, right? I wanted to go over all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But AJ, I was just thinking, because I think I went a little bit under the time, we can open this up for questions. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, bro. What you went over. First of all, guys, type some threes in the chat if you guys got some value from Tej, because I got some value just listening to it. So I appreciate you, bro, for doing this training for real. And definitely what I want to do is maybe take the next, 10 minutes. We can make tonight's call a short call. I'm fine with that. I know they usually run long, so this will be a breath of fresh air for everybody. But if we want to take the next 10 minutes and just ask some questions and you can answer them, Tej. So, guys, if you want to, just type some questions in the chat, we will definitely answer them. Well, I won't answer them, but Tej will, because this is his.
I forgot to add one thing real quick. I just
Yeah,
noticed
yeah, yeah. Go
is
ahead.
is when it comes to duplication, guys. You need to have a very simple system in place, right? A very simple system, a plug and play system in place, right? You need people to be able to come in. Again, guys, it's crazy to me how people do this business because when I came in, I didn't know what I was doing, right? And I was focused all about recruiting. And this is again just how I build. Everyone builds separate. And then one day I listened to Juan Diego, and Juan Diego said, "You got to build your business, focus more towards your customers, right? Focus towards your customers because that's your business." So when it comes to the business building side of things, whatever you're doing, you got to keep in mind you got to cater towards those 30% and those 60%ers because those are the ones that are gonna bring in a lot of the people, right? So we're looking for people with influence. Do you look for anything specific beside followers count or no? I don't even look at followers count.
Hey, I was gonna ask you too with that question.
Uh-huh.
Maybe talk about what you determine as a person of high influence, because
Yes.
there's a lot of people that are sharp as a tack but are fooling a lot of people, right? So talk about who has influence, and
Yeah.
maybe also talk about how you recruit a person like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, when it comes to finding people with influence and how would I, identify someone with influence, um, I look at people in network marketing, right? People who have done something, people who are successful. Don't look at someone's social media. I'll tell you something, 99% of the things that you see in social media are cap, straight cap, right? Some followers count, man, I'll get you some followers for $10, right? But I'm just playing. But that's the thing. I wouldn't look at no followers for me. I'm looking at someone who's built real businesses, someone who's actually been in the game and knows about the game. But most importantly, is respected. I should change that word from influence to more respected people, right? Because here's the thing: when someone who's respected or has influence can go out there and simply say and put their name next to something like I am, people will join just because they join. Do you get what I mean? That's what I mean by influence. It makes it very simple to go out there and build this business, right? I think AJ said, how would I go about recruiting someone with influence? And this is what I do. I get myself out of the way, all right, and I stroke their ego. Just know, guys, every single person has an ego, big or small. Everyone has one. And when you go after people who have influence, comes with massive amounts of ego, like so much, absurd amount. I can't even explain how much ego it comes with, right? So when it comes with ego, you got to understand if you're going to try and be the boss and be like, oh, yo, I know my stuff, they're not going to sign up with you. But that doesn't mean that you don't show them leadership and that you're not a strong leader. So the way you really go about it is say, hey, man, I've been able to do this. I know you come in, you can crush it. You can do, let's say you're a Platinum 1000. Hey, man, I've been able to go P1. I think you can go chairman in 90 days, right? And I get myself out of the way. You know what, man? I know someone exactly like you who did that in 90 days. My mentor, Joey, he came in, he had less influence than you, right? Nothing's bad about saying what I just said. And you say, yeah, he's got a little bit less influence than you, but he went out there, hit chairman 10 in 90 days, and now he's a chairman 100. I think you'll crush it. Should I get you connected with him? What are they going to say? Are they going to turn around and say, no, I don't want to be connected to a guy like that? And you tell them exactly what chairman 10 and chairman 100 means? When you tell them what chairman 100 means, let me tell you something. I don't care how big they are or what they've done. 100K a month sounds very, very nice to every single person, right? So they will be down to looking at the information. Another way I go about it is, hey, let's just say it's an uncle or a family friend or someone that you look up to, right? You'll say, hey, I just got involved with something, or I'm looking to get involved with something, and I just thought if I could get your insight on what is that I'm doing. One of the best ways to do it, right? So you're getting the insight on it. They'll be like, yeah, I'm doing this person a favor, and look at the info. Doesn't really matter what they say yes or no, but a lot of times they'll say, you know what, this is pretty cool. Or if they're like, this is pretty cool, I would want to do it. Or they'll say, this is pretty cool, I know someone who would kill this, right? So that's the way I would go about it. I hope that answers your question. So you put yourself out there, out of the way, kind of guide them. Yeah, absolutely, right? 100%. I would get anyone and everyone involved when it comes to it. I even got Alex Morton involved, right? I was like, dude, I need you, I need that. I got everyone involved. So yeah, I will get myself out of the way, and that comes with any kind of business building, right? I wouldn't even this is what I teach to people, right? When you do the PS3 system, that's you getting yourself out of the way, right? You're peaking, you're showing them the business, and then you're doing the 3-way call. So you're really not closing the person. You're not even launching them, right? You're not really doing any of that stuff. That's been done by your mentor. So it's all about getting yourself out of the way. I hope that helped. Guys, any other questions? With anything, recruiting, leadership, tap reading, whatever. If not, AJ, we can close it out.
I got one question for you, brother. While maybe somebody else wants to type a question in the chat. What does your daily activities look like as far as income producing activities and your the way that you grow yourself, right? You never stop growing, because if you stop growing, there's no way you're going to get to the next level. So what does your activities look like when it comes to income producing and then growth, like personal development or mentorship talks or whatever?
When it comes to just business DMOs, I think I went over it. I message 10 people a day. I follow up. I forgot one thing. I post on social media story at least 5 times. That's my goal. That's what I aim for, right? And it doesn't have to be charts. Let me tell you something. If I saw charts on someone's stuff, I'll probably be turned off. I'll be like, dude, what is this? I don't want to look at charts. They're boring to me, right? But I'd rather show them my lifestyle. We're going on a boat in 2 days. Guess what I'm going to be showing them? We're going to be on jet skis. Guess what I'll be showing people? They're going to look at it. They're going to be like, dude, what is this guy doing? They would want to partner with me, right? So I'll post those follow-ups, 3-way calls, and I do 1 Zoom a night, bare minimum, right? So that's what I do. In terms of growing myself, and that will answer the morning routine question right there as well, is I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. It is very, very good for you, right? When it comes to, that could be with anything. I normally like to listen to a lot of business talks, and I listen to a book. So right now, I even sent it to Joey, which is pretty funny. There's this Patrick Bet-David podcast that just came out today, or I think it was yesterday. It was about Bitcoin. I was listening to that. It's like hour long, hour and a half. Now you're not gonna be able to listen to the whole thing in one day. So listen to section by section. That helps you grow. When it comes to what are the most important traits for you to hit Chairman 10, man, honestly, I believe having that whole duplication part come in with what I mean by that is helping other people hit their potential is going to get you to Chairman 10. Like, in all honesty, I've got Muskan. She's actually on this call. True story. And this is the reality of the situation. I didn't hit P5 because of me. That never happened. If P5 was dependent on me, I would have never hit P5. She went out there, she hit P2 in 1 month. She put in 100-something people in 1 month. I didn't do it. She did it. Because I taught her how to do it. Do you see what I mean? So that helped me do it. Now think about it. If there's one of her, what if there's 3 of her, right? In each leg. That goes P2, P2, P2. You're going to hit Chairman. You're bound to hit Chairman, right? So it's Alex Morton said this, and it changed everything for me really. He said, "Don't be the king, don't be the king or queen. Be the king or queen maker." Right? Like you want to first work your way to the front, like they say, at the events, you want to work your way to the front, then you work your way to the back. So and you have your team all the way at the front. So something else I got good at was always giving credit to my team rather than taking it on my own. Because honestly, you're not doing this because of yourself. There's no way. You didn't get to where you're at because of you. You're not gonna get to chairman 10 because of you. Not gonna get to chairman 25 because of you. Never happened because of you. So the quicker you learn that, the better it's gonna be. I think that's everything. AJ,
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you for hopping on here a lot.
always, man. Anytime.
All right, man. So yeah, guys, I will post the recording of this to my YouTube channel. If you guys don't know what it is, it's right here. So look forward to you guys rewatching that, relearning from it. It's such an important thing to understand, guys, momentum and duplication. And, once you get the hang of it and you catch it, you never let it go. It's just something that you always need in this business if you want to hit the high levels. And so, just understand, guys, that momentum it is hard to come by because there's very few that are willing to do what it takes to get it. And if you do the things that Tage talks about on a consistent basis, right? You do those things that he talked about on this call tonight, and you just be the person that becomes the best version of yourself, but then helps other people become the best version of themselves, and you get out the way, you end up building an insane organization that is not reliant on you. And that's when it gets fun. And so, yeah, guys, I'm excited for next week's Thrive. We're gonna have another good one, but make sure you guys go follow Tage on Instagram. Tage, if you want to drop your Instagram in the chat.
I'll share it as well. It's Tage. Oh, actually, give me 1 second. I'll share the screen.
Okay, perfect.
But guys, yeah, if you wanna tag me, give me a follow. Here's my Instagram, Tage23 Khalra. Here you go.
Watch out for those fake pages, y'all.
Yeah, look out. I will not trade your money, okay? Even though I'm funded now. What's up?
Uh,
All right, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you, Taze. Guys, we got the overview at 9:00. Let's pack it out. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all your beautiful faces in West Palm Beach in literally 9 days. Let's get it, y'all. Have a great night. Peace.